In this video, we'll master the function of rand_between in Excel with 3 creative examples. First, we'll create a dice generator. After that, we'll use the function to return random dates in a specific year. Lastly, we will create a strong password generator. And as a bonus, at the end of the video, we will see how we can create a matrix effect screen with rand_between. Let's start with the structure of the function. The rand_between function in Excel is used to generate a random integer between two specified numbers, which we can define as lower and upper bounds. The syntax of the function is simple. The only parameters we need are the two boundaries. For example, let's assume that we want a random number between 1 and 100. We start by typing equal rand_between 1 and 100. And it's ready. Keep in mind that since it is a formula, every time we recalculate the worksheet, the numbers change. To recalculate it manually, press the F9 button. Additionally, after certain actions, Excel does it automatically. For example, if we insert new values. If we want to disable automatic calculations, we can go Formulas, Calculation Options, and Manual. Now, only when we press F9, the values will recalculate. As you can see, while I enter values in cells, the worksheet does not recalculate the random function. However, it will do so when I press F9. Imagine the scenario in which you are playing a board game with your friends and you lost the dice. Don't worry, with Excel, you can easily create your own digital version. Since most dice have 6 numbers, we want the random number between 1 and 6. So we write equal rand_between 1 and 6. Every time we press F9, it's like we have a new throw. Now let's upgrade the visual experience. We go Insert, Shapes, and Rectangle Rounded Corners. To create a perfect shape, we press the Shift button. Now we can improve its appearance. First, we will choose a blue color, and then select a gradient variation. This one is fine. Then, by adjusting this yellow dot, we can edit how round the corners will be. After that, we will connect this shape with the cell of the rand_between function so that it will reflect the result of the cell. To achieve this, select the shape and in the formula bar insert equal. After that, press the cell to insert its address. As you can see now, it's connected. However, we need a better presentation of the number. So first of all, we will paint it white and then position it in the center. Next, we increase the size of the number. And after that, we can choose a different font. This one. Now, every time we press F9, we have a new result. To finalize it, we just cover the cell with the rectangle and it's ready. In this example, we assume that we want to generate random dates during a specific year. So let's say we want the year 2030. We will combine randBetween with the function date. The date function returns a specific date combining three parameters that we enter: the year, the month, and the day. So now we have a static date, 1st January of 2030. To add the element of randomness, we can add a random number to this date. For example, if we add 365, it will add exactly 1 year and we will have 1st January of 2031. With 364, it reaches the final day of the year. So, with a randBetween, we can add a random number between 0, which will result in 1st January of 2030, and 364, which will result in 31 December 2030. We can combine this calculation inside the formula bar. Now, as you can see, every time we recalculate the worksheet, a random date during the year 2030 appears. To finalize the visual part, we can insert an icon from Insert and then Icons. Let's search for Calendar. This is fine. We will merge these cells to increase the area that will represent the calendar. Then we move the calendar here, and the last step is to add colors to our creation. Ready. Now, every time we press F9, a random day of 2030 appears. Now, we will use the function char from character to generate random passwords. This function returns a specific character based on the number that we provide. For example, char65 returns the capital letter A, while char119 returns the lowercase w. In this image, you can see the most important characters and their numbers. Keep in mind that there are also other options. However, in this example, we chose this. To create our password, we can combine lowercase letters, capital letters, numbers, and symbols. So let's say that the password will have 10 characters. We can have 3 lowercase letters, 3 capital letters, 2 numbers, and 2 symbols. First of all, we will add these individual characters in their cells, and then we will combine them into the final password. For a stronger password, it's better to have them mixed up and not have 3 capitals in a row, then 2 numbers in a row, etc. So their order is random. Now we will combine 2 functions together. So we will write a nested formula. In other words, a formula inside another formula. Let's start with capital letters. We write char, and since the number we want must be random, instead of a static number, we will insert the randBetween function, which every time will return another number. So for example, instead of 66, we will write randBetween 65 to 90 to return only capital characters. We copy exactly the same to all capitals. And after recalculating, each one is random. Now we will do the same for lower letters. It's easier to copy the formula and just change the numbers to match the lowercase number category. So we want from 97 to 122. Okay, we copy the formula to all lowercase letters. Now for numbers, we want the range 48 to 57. And the last category is the symbols, where we want the range 35 to 38. Now that we have all the characters, we can combine them. We will use the concat function that will combine multiple characters into one word. We type it and then select all cells we want to combine. It's ready. Each time we press F9, we get a new password. To create a matrix effect screen, first of all, we want to have the numbers 0 and 1. So we will write a simple rand between with 0 and 1. We copy the formula to a range of cells that covers the screen. We center the numbers inside the cells. We paint all cells black. And then we make the numbers light green. Last step is to change the font to something that will match the theme. Let's choose OCR A Extended. To enjoy the effect, we can animate it by pressing F9. It's ready. Rand Between is an amazing tool. However, it can be even stronger if you combine it with other Excel tricks or formulas, as we did in this video. To take more creative ideas, check this playlist with quick Excel tricks.